Best quarterback you've played against that you're like, damn, this guy's good. The best one you've played against.
As far as talent or just overall? Overall, it's Tom, easy.
Yeah, but talent in the game where you're like, this guy's on.
Talent?
Jalen Ramsey humbled as he receives brutal slap for disrespecting his boss. Please subscribe as you watch. In the highly competitive world of professional sports, athletes often find themselves caught between self-confidence and humility. Few players have embodied this internal struggle more than Jalen Ramsey, a cornerback whose exceptional skills and outspoken personality have made him both a fan favorite and a polarizing figure. However, there was one pivotal moment in Ramsey's career that forced him to confront the consequences of his arrogance, an event that demonstrated the immense price of disrespecting those in positions of power, even when you're one of the most talented players in the game. This particular instance didn't involve a game-changing play on the field, nor did it stem from an altercation with an opposing player. Instead, it came in the form of a brutal metaphorical slap delivered by none other than his own boss, the head coach of the team. The moment was a painful reminder that no matter how skilled a player may be, their behavior off the field and their relationship with leadership are just as crucial to their success. To understand the full scope of Ramsey's humbling experience, it's necessary to look back at the player he had become over the course of his career. Jalen Ramsey entered the NFL in 2016 as a first-round draft pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It didn't take long for him to make an impact. As one of the league's premier cornerbacks, he became known for his physicality, elite skills, and ability to shut down even the most talented wide receivers. However, Ramsey also quickly gained a reputation for his larger-than-life personality. Whether it was trash-talking during games or voicing his opinions about fellow players, Ramsey wasn't one to keep his thoughts to himself. His candidness in interviews was often controversial, as he didn't hesitate to call out opponents, coaches, or even teammates when he felt the need. He was known for making bold statements, such as claiming he was the best cornerback in the NFL or calling out other top players as overrated. While this swagger earned him a legion of supporters, it also made him a target for criticism. Some saw his confidence as an asset, believing it fueled his on-field success. Others, however, thought it crossed the line into arrogance, potentially causing unnecessary distractions within the team. Regardless of how he was viewed by outsiders, one thing was clear: Jalen Ramsey was a player who always stood out, for better or worse. Ramsey's outspoken nature didn't go unnoticed by his coaches or the organization. After spending several years with the Jacksonville Jaguars, Ramsey found himself traded to the Los Angeles Rams in 2019, a move that promised a fresh start. Yet, while his move to LA gave him new opportunities, it also introduced new challenges. In Los Angeles, Ramsey joined a team that had its own expectations and culture, headed by Sean McVay, a highly regarded head coach known for his innovative offensive strategies and leadership skills. McVay, like many successful leaders, was highly protective of the team's dynamic, ensuring that every player contributed positively to the collective success of the group. Ramsey's aggressive, take-it-or-leave-it attitude was soon at odds with McVay's more controlled, strategic approach to leadership. Despite the differences, Ramsey initially thrived on the field. However, off the field, tensions began to build. Ramsey grew increasingly frustrated with his role and the team's overall direction, especially after several disappointing postseason performances. The frustration began to spill into the media, with Ramsey openly criticizing the team's defensive strategies and questioning the organization's decisions. But the moment of reckoning came when Ramsey's critical comments turned toward McVay himself. In a private meeting, Ramsey's attitude toward his coach became confrontational. The young cornerback voiced his displeasure with McVay's coaching methods, demanding more control and influence over the defensive schemes. For a man as revered as McVay, this level of disrespect was simply unacceptable. Sean McVay, a coach known for his composed demeanor and unshakable leadership, was not one to back down from confrontation. In response to Ramsey's disrespectful behavior, McVay issued a clear and firm response. He made it clear that, no matter how talented Ramsey was, he was still part of a larger team and had to show respect for the leadership and the system in place. This exchange wasn't just a disagreement between a player and a coach. It was a moment that shook the very foundation of Ramsey's career. The message from McVay was loud and clear. Ramsey was not untouchable, and if he wanted to continue with the Rams, he would need to adjust his attitude and his approach. For someone who had built a career around asserting his dominance, this moment was a powerful reminder that respect for authority was not optional, no matter how much talent you brought to the table. After the heated confrontation, the fallout was significant. The Rams management, who had been willing to tolerate Ramsey's brashness due to his exceptional abilities on the field, now had to reassess their position. While Ramsey's skill was undeniable, his behavior was beginning to create cracks in the team's chemistry. Reports emerged suggesting that his relationship with the team's leadership was irreparably damaged, and there was even talk of a potential trade. More importantly, this event marked a turning point for Ramsey himself. The harsh reality of professional sports set in. The price of arrogance could be a cost far greater than even the most lucrative contract. Ramsey was forced to reflect on how his actions had affected not only his relationship with McVay, but also his standing in the broader team dynamic. The slap, though painful, forced Ramsey to confront his own flaws and the impact his behavior had on the team's culture and success. Despite the hard lessons learned, Ramsey's story is not one of failure, but of growth. In the months that followed, Ramsey began to make significant changes in how he interacted with his coaches, teammates, and the organization as a whole. His once fiery, outspoken demeanor softened as he took more responsibility for his actions and acknowledged his role within the team structure. This period of self-reflection and maturation was crucial for Ramsey's continued success. He started to approach his relationship with McVay and the Rams organization with more humility, and over time, the relationship between coach and player began to improve. By taking a more cooperative approach, Ramsey demonstrated that even the most talented athletes must continuously evolve, learning from their mistakes and adjusting their behavior to fit within the team's framework. Ramsey's humbling experience also highlighted an essential truth about professional sports. Individual talent, no matter how exceptional, can only take you so far. To truly succeed at the highest level, athletes must embrace the importance of teamwork, mutual respect, and the understanding that no player, regardless of their skill, is above the team or its leadership. While the path ahead for Jalen Ramsey may have been rocky, it also presents a new chapter for him as an athlete. His time with the Rams, marked by both conflict and reconciliation, has undoubtedly shaped him into a more well-rounded player and leader. Whether Ramsey can fully shed his old persona and establish a long-lasting legacy within the NFL will depend on his ability to continue demonstrating the humility and respect that he was forced to learn the hard way. In the end, it wasn't just the metaphorical slap that defined Jalen Ramsey. It was how he responded to it. His growth as a player, teammate, and leader will be the true measure of his career, proving that even the most confident and talented athletes can benefit from moments of humility. If Ramsey can continue to build on the lessons learned from this humbling experience, there's no doubt that he still has the potential to reach even greater heights in the NFL.